Hey y'all, I'm gonna do another hair care tutorial. So today we're gonna do 2 braids, and this is gonna be a classic style that I do all the time, pretty much every other day. It's just 2 Dutch braids on the side. This is the before using the product picture. Here's the product we're gonna be using. It's called PHAMILY Hair Care. It's a product that you can use when your hair is wet or dry. This time I'm gonna be using it when my hair is dry. So yeah. This product smells amazing. Make sure to smell it when you get it. Looks nice too. It's a brown color, but don't worry, it doesn't dry brown, it dries clear if you happen to have blonde hair like me. So we're gonna start by applying a generous amount, starting at the tips. And it can be kind of weird to be applying a lot of product to dry hair, but just go with it. It dries and it's not sticky at all, so you don't need to worry about that. Starting with the tips, we're just trying to apply it to all of the hair evenly. Kind of just brushing it through your hair with your fingers is totally fine. Just make sure you try to get it all as even as possible. That'll make it a little easier to style. Getting the ends. So I got the ends and I'm working my way up from the ends to the top of the hair. I'm going all the way to the roots too. Like I said, it doesn't dry shiny or anything. Well, I mean, it's shiny, but like not greasy is what I mean. It dries really beautifully, so you don't need to worry about applying too much because it's not sticky or anything like that. So we've got it all good to go. Now I'm parting my hair. Since we're going to do 2 braids on the side, I'm going to try to get an even part down the back of my head. I don't always get an even part, but I try my best. And it doesn't really matter. Like, no one's really looking at the back of your head, so you don't have to worry too much about what the part looks like. I am taking my time here because I want to get it as good as possible for the video, but a lot of times I'll just use my finger and just kind of run it down the back and split it that way and just go with it. So we've got our part down the back, just going down from the nape of the neck once too, just to kind of make sure it's where I want it. And now I'm going to give my hair a quick brush. You don't need to use a round brush for this. It's just what I had on hand, so I'm using that this time. Sometimes I lose track of my brushes because I take them with me places and around the house and stuff, so I just have this in my bathroom right now, so we're using that. Just try to brush it all out. It's kind of nice to brush the product in there too because it gets it in between all the hairs and everything like that. And it's drying pretty quickly too, which is nice. To start off, we're going to do one side first. Take your front finger and scoop up some hair. I think it's about 2 inches of hair. Piece it into 3 different pieces. And it's like a French braid. Oh, sometimes you want to pull a little bit of hair out just to frame your face. And then section it into 3 pieces. It's going to be like a French braid, but it's going to be underneath. So the first one goes under, and then you grab the one on the right and it goes under. Grab a little bit of hair, braid it underneath instead of on top. Grab another section of hair, braid it underneath. And you can make these as thick or as thin as you want just by grabbing more hair, less hair, whatever you can do. You can change it based on that. I like to do mine quickly, so I'll start with kind of smaller pieces and then I'll add larger and larger as I go down because I just like the way it looks and I like to finish up pretty quickly. So I'm just braiding here. As I'm going, I'm just smoothing out the hair as I go just because I don't want to have any weird loops or anything like that. We hate it when we finish up braiding and there's loops. We don't like that. And a little side shot for you. It's looking pretty good. You can tell the product is still a little bit wet, so I actually like that. It smooths everything out easier. Sometimes I get some flyaways with this hairdo, so it's nice to have the product in there to kind of smooth it. When you're ready, grab your hair tie. I like to use these ones because they're really sensitive on my hair. You can also keep braiding it, but I kind of like it when it's when there's more hair after the hair tie. I kind of like the way that looks. And then you're going to start on the second side. Make sure you grab all the hair. We hate it when we leave a little bit of hair left over. I hate that because then you have to redo the whole side. So yeah, just brush it out a little bit, and then we're going to do the exact same thing on the other side. So take your fingers, scoop out the same amount of hair. You can reference the other side to see where to end, and leave out your little section to frame your face, and section it off into 3 pieces. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do our under braid. So it goes under, and then the left goes under, and then we're going to start grabbing hair. So grab a little bit of hair and go under. On the right, on the left side, grab a little bit of hair and go under. And then on the right side, grab a little bit more hair and go under. And continue that down. Left side, grab hair and go under. And right side, grab hair and go under. Right here, I'm grabbing more larger pieces as I go along, just because I want to be done quicker. Try to make it even with the other side that you've done, just to make sure it looks the same, sort of the thickness on the way down. Here's a side shot. We're still going under, and it looks really cool. It looks like raised off of my head here. Because I'm doing it underneath, it's just a different look than doing the over-the-top braid. And this is actually a pretty easy braid. Once you practice it like 5 or 6 times, then it's really quick for me. So I'll use it when I'm like on my off days, when I don't wash my hair or something like that. And this really only takes like 5 or 6 minutes, maybe more to do, depending on how my hair is acting that day. With this product, it makes it a lot easier. Then you'll grab your hair tie, put it in just like the other side. Try to make them as even as possible. And you're done. You have your hairs here. You can leave them out or tuck them behind your ears. And sometimes I like to curl them. And you're ready to go. You've got your Dutch braids. See, the back isn't perfect, but it looks fine. There you have it. Those are Dutch braids for you using the Family product. Thanks so much for watching, and now you can go enjoy your braids.